Hello and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your geology teacher, Jen, and it's time for Wordplay Wednesday. Today we have a well-loved and used word in geology, lithology. So, lithology is the study of the general physical characteristics of rocks. Rock type, grain, class size, the mineralogy, the color, the fabric, the texture, small scale and large scale structures you can find in there, all kinds of things. Now this could be in reference to a visible outcrop, a core sample, a hand sample, or even a microscopic sample. Lithology may refer to either a detailed description of the characteristics or a summary of the gross physical character of a rock. Lithology is the basis of subdividing rock sequences into individual lithostratigraphic units for mapping and correlation purposes. For example, the Manco Shale is primarily oil shales interbedded with limestones. So this is this layer right here. So from here to the top of my head. And it's differentiated from the overlying Mesa Verde group, so this sandstone cap up here, which is primarily beach sandstones with interbedded coals and lagoonal shales. And here you can see a column drawn out of the two. They represent two very different environments through their lithologies. Our Manco Shale is the bottom of the ocean, and our Mesa Verde is beaches and lagoons, estuaries, that kind of thing. Another way we can kind of visualize this is like this is where our Manco Shale is going to be, down in this lower bottom of the basin, whereas our Mesa Verde would have been deposited up in this area along the continental shelf and further inland. Another example of lithology is through the composition of the rock, what it's made of. So the top of the Middle Jurassic Stump Formation is a quartz sandstone, while the bottom of the overlying Morrison Formation, should that member be present, is a gypsum sandstone. So this is a photograph I took in northwestern Colorado of a sandstone, a white sandstone, which could either be that white quartz sandstone of the Jurassic Stump, or the white gypsum sandstone of the bottom Morrison member. The only way to know for sure is to check the properties of quartz and gypsum. Naming of a lithology is based on the rock type. Think about our lessons back in May on igneous rocks. How did we classify those different lithologies? We had volcanic and plutonic rocks, so volcanic like our basalt, plutonic like our gabbro, which was based on grain size. We had physically larger grains in our gabbro than our basalt. The chemical composition will change depending on the type of rock it is, etc., etc. For sedimentary rocks, we use a grain size chart like this. So you'll see we actually have like a numerical value for what we mean by that. We don't just arbitrarily say that's sand, though we do get pretty good at just being able to identify it by either eyeballing it or licking it. Chewing on the rock, yes, we chew on rocks to get the grain size. But don't just pick up rocks and stick them in your mouth, because things poop on those rocks. Please let the professionals handle it, and if you really want to try it, crack open a rock and get a fresh surface that nothing's ever touched. Here's an example of what I mean by like chemical and physical properties of like minerals. So these are a bunch of olivines. You'll see that the composition is different, like they have different amounts of magnesium, iron, calcium, and manganese. They're all slightly different density, slightly different hardness, but they're all very, very similar. So we use all of those to kind of differentiate melts and things. Well, thanks for coming to today's lesson, and now you have a fancy new word you can use to impress all your friends and neighbors. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to learn about the Campanian history of north central Montana. Take a road trip with me. Fossilology later.